Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, warm welcome. If you are liking it, just give it a big thumbs up and comment, share, and subscribe if your heart desires. And I really appreciate it if you do. And I do appreciate any kind of like comments that you do make. And if you want any kind of like link to like my Instagram or anything, I will have it in the description bar for you. I just want to say thanks. It's been a long journey, you know, and lots of interesting things along my journey here on YouTube. I've had some issues. I've had at least once that I'm aware of that I have been at least hacked and had to reboot with a new channel. It's not fun, I can assure you that. So if you want to go back to my the first video that I made on my new channel, here, go for it. And we're just going to talk about some makeup today. And like I have a new product here that I was working with today. And if you like those clearance sections as much as I do, I have been finding like all sorts of cool stuff. And oh my goodness, I don't know if anybody has seen them, these little NYX Filler Instinct. And this is in Bitten Pout. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this real quick because I can't stand to not have anything on my lips. All I have is like a little bit of the EOS, and it's in Mango. I was half expecting this, you know, when I popped this off, you know, to have a doe foot applicator. This is kind of more like a balm, but oh my goodness, it's really nice, and it's very pigmented. Like, wow. This is going to be something I would definitely take with me if I were to go anywhere. Just making sure I don't have anything in my teeth. I was snacking on pretzels and hummus. One of my favorite snacks, like, ever. And hummus, if you are not aware, is something that comes from the Middle East. And if you come from the Middle East, thank you for creating something like that because it's really yummy. I love it. So thank you very much. It's just, I don't know what it is. And I got hooked on hummus a while ago. It was like something that was like on the plates, I think, when I was at either a wedding shower or a baby shower. I can't remember which one, but it was interesting, and I got hooked on it, and I'm like, I like this stuff. So yes, I probably smell like it. Not too bad. It's a little garlicky, but it's not overpowering, but it's okay. So as you can tell, it's kind of like a berry shade, like a deep Gothic berry shade. And if you're not familiar, I'm kind of, you know, big on those Gothic shades. When I put makeup on my face today, I did not put a primer on it. I just put like a moisturizer underneath everything. Underneath my makeup is not just the Nivea like that I put around my face, but an under eye circle cream from Kio. And I found this at Marshall's. Kind of smooths out those lines underneath there as well. You're supposed to apply to the pads of your ring fingers and just gently tap it in until it's absorbed down the whole way. I really like that stuff. And not only does it really help with the eye circles, it kind of, you know, helps with the little lines underneath there as well. It's nice, very nice. Since I am starting to age, I have started using an anti-aging makeup. I have been using the Essentially Ageless Hydrating Serum Concealer. It does have hyaluronic acid. It does not have qualine, but that is okay. I'm okay with that. It's very, very nice, even from the Dollar Tree, which is not too bad anything, I'll admit, you know, for being, you know, a Dollar Tree product, which is now a $1.25 tree, because most products are $1.25, except for food items, I think it is. But I guess everything has to go up in price just a little bit. But hey, not too bad. It's very, very nice. It goes on really, really light and sheer. I mean, this one is in light. Just get what you need for your skin tone. And it's actually very nice, you know, for being such a cheap product. I have been using the Instant Age Rewind in number 115 Classic Ivory from Maybelline. Someone gave this to me in a makeup haul. I absolutely love this stuff just as much as my Rimmel. And this stuff also has a SPF sunscreen, but of 15 instead of 20. The only other foundations that I keep are the Wet n Wild in Peach Natural. I have the BB Fresh in number 110 in Light. The L'Oreal in, I believe this is in Porcelain or something. No, Classic Ivory. And just for the sake of hydration, this is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour wear hydrating. And very, very nice stuff. Very nice stuff. I do have other concealers as well. This stuff, if you use it, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, you will notice that it does have just a slightly offensive smell, but you know, it does dissipate after you have it on. I do have a e.l.f. product. It's slightly rubbed off, but it is an e.l.f. and this is in a medium, kind of peach toned concealer, which is okay for my skin tone. It works rather well. This one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in medium tawny, number 6428, I think it is. A little darker than my skin tone. Just a little darker, but it can be worked with. I use this mostly like for, if you can tell, it just blends down fairly nicely. I would probably use this, you know, in place of an eyeshadow if I was like in a rush, because it's kind of that creamy consistency and looks almost like a tan eyeshadow. And it works really, really well for it if I'm in a rush. So I can pull it together quick in the morning if I needed to. I usually use a beauty blender. I'm not going to show my beauty blender because it needs cleaned, but and I do need to do that either sometime today or tomorrow. When I apply makeup, I usually use kind of like that rolling motion, like underneath here, and make sure to drag a little bit onto the lids. When I go powdering anything, I do not powder my entire face anymore. I've been using the Coty Airspun, and I really like it. This is in Translucent Extra Coverage, number 741. And it's just really, really nice for a translucent, you know, it does not affect the color of your makeup, which is kind of the point of a translucent. Really, really like it. The other translucent that I have in use on occasion is the one from Kat Von D. Really like this one. Very, very nice. I go under here, and the only places you really need to apply powder, especially if your skin's a little bit drier, mine is a little more on the dry side, only in places where your makeup will actually move, like with facial expression, like around your mouth, around your eyes, through here. Like if you make expression through the day, and who the heck doesn't, because if you smile, you're going to see it move through here. Or if you make some expression with your eyes, you're going to see it move through here and through here. I see myself making expression, through here, around my nose area. I powder there as well. Like if I make like a funny face, like, oh man, that smells weird, kind of thing. And I know I do it, and I have noticed, especially I work at a McDonald's. It's like if something smells weird, I'll make a funny face with my nose. So I do powder like through here. I probably sound like I'm talking through my nose. I have allergies, and I'm pretty sure I have some up here somewhere. Tissues. Yeah, I do. I knew I had them up there. The Halls menthol, because I like them better than anything. Allergies have been really bad so far this year. They say this year is going to be very, very bad for allergies. I live up in the Northeast, like up in the northern tier of the Northeast, as you're climbing towards New England, kind of. I live in Pennsylvania. Great state of Pennsylvania. Bad for the allergies. Although they say allergies are bad everywhere nowadays, it seems. I think someone said, that speaking of allergies and stuff like that, environmental, that not to gross anybody out, but the bugs are going to be really bad this year. Like the ticks and the fleas and stuff like that are going to be really bad this year. Like, ew. Thinking about that is just disgusting. Oh my goodness. When I do my brows, and for the longest time didn't do this, but now that I have figured out that I needed a brow kit, got one of these not that long ago. This is number 498 in dark brown. This is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. And I go for the darkest brown. You can mix these. There's the marks at the bottom, the medium brown and the darker brown. I usually use the darker brown because it seems to go better with my hair. And this hair is going to get cut soon. I have decided that, I want to get a haircut for the summer. Something kind of, like easy to deal with. I think after looking at some pictures, I'm probably going to get a good bit like right here. So it's like chin length. I need something easy to fix. Something that can be either high maintenance or low maintenance, depending, on what I want to do with it. My brows, I usually just use the kit with a little fine brush, if I have it, or else use the little brush that it comes with. I use the spoolie end of the little thing that it comes with. I use this one from Logcom, just to kind of, to create the arc and then the tail. Sometimes creating the arc and the tail, you know, to make it flow back properly can be kind of challenging. It depends on how you have your brows, whether they are tweezed, waxed, or microbladed. No matter what you have had done to your brows or what you do to your brows are a whole different thing. I'll admit, usually once I'm done using the little kit, I use a little bit of brow gel. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to do once I am done with this. Not sure. This is in brunette. I don't use a clear brow gel. I'm not really sure, you know, a clear would really suffice for me anyway. And just using this, you know, just like in sparse places. Or where, you know, you didn't get the chance, you know, to fill in properly with the other product. It works. Once you find, you know, your own way of doing things, you know, if it works, it works. Just keep going in that direction. And yes, it does work. Whatever it is you're doing, if you're doing it right, it works. Yeah. Let's see. A little contouring. I use a couple of products. I use the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. This is in 752A in medium to tan. When I went for a contour stick, I was really hoping to get the lightest one, so it was not so orangey, so it wouldn't like oxidize on my skin. But you know, it was the only thing available, so I had to get something because I needed something for contouring. Contouring goes back to the Middle Ages, like around like the 1500s. People were starting, you know, to play with the art of shadow and light. Just, you know, manipulate the shape of the face. Like you're contouring through here to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like sculpt through the cheekbone area, or thinning down the jawline and coming back into the chin area to kind of get rid of that double chin look. Double chins, sometimes you just can't help. You just go for areas on your face where you feel you need to do whatever it is you do. You highlight places like in here, like from here down through here, like the very top of your cheekbone, and you can kind of see mine. It's very high. I have some Scandinavian. Some of my ancestry goes back into Scandinavia, like into like Norway. I'm gonna take a bronzer. This is in Light, the Healthy Wear from Physicians Formula. Looks deceivingly a little medium. Right now I just need to brush a little bit of this down through here, just kind of set the line and kind of push a little against the sides of the chin where you're kind of looking to thin that area down a little bit. It works. When I contour, I usually use a kind of like a stippled-ended brush. This is technically a foundation and concealer brush. One of those dual-ended type brushes. This is an Etos. I very rarely use it for that purpose. These things shed like crazy, but you know, they do work for other reasons. I kind of push it through here to do the contouring. I'm gonna have to make up a new video for the scientific contour, because I had one on my old channel, the scientific, because I learned it from No Kidding Forensics, that the difference between an orbital and a superorbital, and you know how to superimpose a picture to your face, and you know how to chart the depth and stuff like that. It's very, very interesting. I'm gonna have to do another one so that there's an updated and new one on my new channel. When I did blush and highlight, I chose a couple of things. The Revlon, and this is a brand new shade, number 33 in Very Berry, right up in the corner there. These are really, really nice. This is a beautiful berry shade. I need to take that plastic off because it is on the back as well, so you really don't need to see that on the front. It's no big thing because it's like right up in the corner because you can read it from the back. This is really, really beautiful, and it's very, very pigmented, so you need to be very, very, very careful when you apply these. This thing almost broke on me this morning using one of these. I always use my really good brushes, my Lancome brushes. Come right up here in the back, like right up in here, and just push it right up through here. The higher and the further back you place your brush, the more it makes your face look, what's the word, more youthful. And it just makes things look a little bit, it's kind of more classic, more than, you know, dragging it down the whole way and, you know, kind of doing those racing stripes that they used to do in the 1990s and into the 80s and stuff like that. On top of the cheekbones, I use the Revlon Skin Lights, and this is number 201 in Daybreak Glimmer. It is technically a very beautiful saturated gold. A lot of times I just use my finger, but you know, I do use occasional fan brush just to add a little bit of reflected gold. And then use the brush, you know, just to like kiss the cheekbone area there. I'm gonna get to these eyes here in a minute because that's the most important part of the makeup. This little thing, this little bamboo brush I use for all sorts of things. When I do eye makeup, sometimes I use this thing to pop a little bit of my highlighter up through here, and I used my gold highlighter to put a little bit of gold over the top of that. I use that also, you know, to use the contour against my nose because all my other brushes are a little bit too big, you know, for that area. I went in to this Festival Feel Color Story palette, and I went in, I'm getting the Color Festival all over me. I came down into Wicked. It's a very dark, smoky, Gothic blue. It's very, very beautiful. I used this What's the Tea. It's kind of like a shade of hot tea, and it's beautiful. Kind of show you here. I use this more like a transition shade. You just rub this through like the area like right above your crease, kind of like you're carving the socket of your crease. Use a little bit of this beautiful blue and just pop it right in there, because I see just a little bit of a fade, and you don't want a fade. And of course, if you want to make it look like really, really super Gothic, Gothic is definitely a feel, not just a state of mind, but a feel. This is just an exceptional blue, and especially for my eyes because they're very, very dark blue. I use this also with one of these because it's one of those rounded edge and very fluffy edges to kind of like take it from the crease and blend it down over the lid. Now you could take this and saturate it as much as you want. You could take that and, you know, use a Q-tip and dampen it and put it in there and just, you know, go nuts with it if you want. I chose not to go too terribly crazy with it because I didn't want, you know, my eyes to look like Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, so to speak. So I kind of softened it up just a little bit because I didn't want, you know, too much of that intensity. Just enough to get that somewhat of a Gothic feel. Now when I line, I did something a little bit different today. Normally, if I can find it, I just go black and black only. I used a smudging brush, go back into the blue, because I can keep my palette over here because I have a nice area there where I can fit stuff. Take a little bit of that blue, instead of looking straight into this mirror, use a little handheld and just push it right into the bit of the line right there, that flash line. Just really, really push it and saturate it. Now, some people say it doesn't matter how much of a mess you make with this because of the Gothic feel that you get with this, but I think when you do a smudge, you could push it down just a little bit. And I could do that. There we go. It does not look half bad. I need to clean my mirror. And it just kind of pulls that intensity right there. So you're getting the effect that you want. I chose to use the Voluminous Lash Paradise. Sorry about that. and I did line, and I did crimp my lashes. I used a little bit of both the gel, the retractable gel eyeliner, and a little bit of the waterproof liquid eyeliner, both from Wet n Wild. I like using both at the same time because it seems just to give it a nice velvety look. I don't know what it is. It just looks very, very velvety, and it makes a huge difference. I like this mascara for the obvious reasons that it just really, really makes the lashes look very voluminous, which I guess is the point. Just a little bit, right? I think my sister was trying to get a hold of me. Saw a little pop up. Guess I had to get back in touch with her then. I just hope everybody's doing well. And for anybody that has COVID, I am praying for you and hope you're doing well, and I hope your family is doing well also. Sometimes I pray for a lot of people, even if I know them or not, because I'm a very, very selfless person. Sometimes this is a struggle for me. I get so wrapped up and invested in just so many people, and I forget about what's really, really important. And it just consumes me sometimes. And just pop a little more in there. I'm getting pop-ups from YouTube as well. Oh my goodness. Just a little bit extra. Hey, it works. Wow. Wow. Hey, here we go. And I didn't even have to do anything to the lower lashes. Don't really need to. Thanks so much for turning back, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you so very much, and I will see you soon. Love y'all, and see you next time.